What's up, bro?
I'm on here for my YouTube. I'm trying to get 1,050 subs for the end of the night. Would you sub?
Yeah, bro. What is it?
It's Geist Gunnard.
You want? Oh, it's in the chat. It's in the chat. Okay. Geist Gunnard. Alright, bro. I subscribed.
Do you see what I do? It's like deep
You ask
question.
deep questions.
Yeah, on Omegle. So it's like a podcast with strangers, and I talk about
Okay.
like taboo, fundamental, relevant shit.
That's cool.
Yeah. Do you want to try any question?
Yeah, sure.
You and the Discord boys could answer it if you want.
Alright.
All right. What do you think happens after you die?
Go to heaven or hell.
What do you think heaven
At
and
least
hell are?
that's what I believe. What do I think heaven and hell are? I think
Do you think they're
it's
like
something eternal. So either you'll be in hell suffering forever, or you'll be in heaven enjoying yourself.
Do you think they're like physical places? Or would it be more of a dimension thing? Like when you're in a psychedelic state or dreaming or like astral travel kind of vibes?
It's a physical.
It'd be physical.
Yeah.
So would that mean like you could go there if you had the capacity to travel?
No, it's a spiritual realm. Well, I wouldn't say realm because it kind of sounds funny if you say it. It's a spiritual place.
But you still
Like
think
after.
but it would still be a physical?
Well, I don't know. Hey, you want to join our Discord?
I'm live streaming right now.
Oh, you're live streaming. Okay.
Okay.
My friend has a question for you though.
Sure.
Alright, what is it? No, just ask him. Okay. He said never mind.
He doesn't want to?
He said it'd be better if it was back and forth, like between you and him.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll be like live streaming if he wants to say what's up, or if he could like talk through the thing.
Okay. Yeah. Join us live. Well, I'll keep your notifications on, bro. You seem interesting.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, I'll be posting like 3 times a week and live streaming basically every day.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
My goal for the end of the year is 100K, so I'll be going pretty hard.
That's a big goal.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of
Alright,
shit
bro.
relative to this.
You have a Discord?
Yeah, I've never really used it, but I'll pull it up.
What do you believe when you die?
I grew up without religion, and I studied as many of them as I could to be objective for this. And I'm most interested by the commonalities and the things that I've experienced through my own intuition with like nature and animals and like psychedelics and stuff like that. And I think that like the case studies are really interesting, and most people say that when they die they see a white light, they watch a replay of their lives, and they astral travel, seeing things they couldn't have from like a third person perspective. And for like a ton of people who are unconnected to all purport the same thing, I think that is pretty cool. And it would also be relative to like dreams, which we have every night and I remember vividly often, and psychedelics. And I've like experimented with psilocybin, like mushrooms, quite a bit, and you can get a gist for what that like state is when you do them enough, and you like do it with the right intention, and ask for like understanding of things. It's kind of like an intention amplifier when you use them. And yeah, I think that those help you understand reality a bit, or like get closer to your intuition, what could be real. And I think that like when you die, there you go back to another dimension, whether that's like source state, like all the religions purport, whether it's God or like the source code, or like one atom into two, or the Big Bang or whatever. It's like there's some sort of source, and then perhaps it split itself to experience something rather than nothing, or like pleasure or whatever. Maybe you go back to there, and that's why we can remember deja vu. Like when we dream, we can remember things from the future. Maybe when we go to dream, we're going to some place where it's not bound to time. And like people, when they have near-death experiences, say they feel like free or like relieved more so than when they were in their life, or that it was like more real. And I think that could be relative if you were going back to a place where you're just less bound to this one perspective and going back to the source. But
Okay.
I like but I know that like there's a 100% chance that I'm not right about things I believe, and that's just where I'm at right now. But that's kind of what I'm trying to do with the whole thing, is just like talking about it as much as possible and seeing where everybody's at, and then building like the perspective of a community and myself, and like getting people to think about it more in general, because I feel like it's a pretty hard thing to have an objective perspective on, when all the places you can learn about or participate in religion or spirituality are typically like, okay, you're going into it through a certain guise, you know?
Hmm. My friend wants you to send your Discord and chat for he can talk to you.
Sure. Used it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Stream has ended.
Nah, but I ain't gonna lie. Bro, why does it say image? Okay, bro, you have a really good idea, bro. Like
Thanks,
that's
bro.
not. I haven't heard of that. Having
Yeah.
like a mini podcast on Omegle.
Yeah.
That's really smart, bro.
I got
I
a.
was.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. No, you're good. You got it.
I got like a vision board over there, and I got all of the
Oh, you
top
might have to, like,
Omegle
fix your camera.
videos.
I can't
and-
see it.
Sorry.
I'm saying you have to fix your camera if you're showing me something. I can't see your camera on Discord. It's like it says imaging edge webcam. That's all it says. I don't know. Your camera's a little bugged out right now, so if you're trying to show me something on there, I cannot see it.
I wasn't trying to, but I should just like try to actually make this work while I'm here.
You
Okay.
probably could click your like settings or something. That's share screen. Close.
You can just look at me through Omegle. Can you see me on my
Okay.
Omegle
Yeah,
screen
sure.
right
Why not? That'll work. Yep, that'll work.
now?
Okay, so what were you showing me?
Yeah, I just have like I have the top Omegle videos over there,
Oh, okay.
and that's all the,
Yeah, that's nice.
the thumbnails and shit, and then
Oh, okay.
yeah, so like I want to be the biggest constructive thought catalyst in the world, and Geist
There you go.
is about like it's like a pink cloud, which represents like an important thought and like thought bubble, and then Geist means a spiritual important thought. Gunnar is my middle name, and it means a wheel or something. And yeah,
Okay.
no, like you just said, I took 3 years to just like study shit, and basically all I did was be alone
There
and
you go.
like read books
Okay.
and listen to audiobooks and watch podcasts and journal and
Okay.
all that shit. And I came up with the branding and the concept, and I've like compiled notes from the 3 years, and I'm gonna be going
Nice.
through like all of the topics, and like I'm trying to be, like I said, like an information catalyst. So I've studied
Yeah.
a lot of shit, and I'm trying to make it really simple for people of like Gen Z, like my age and under.
Yeah, like me. Yeah, there you go.
And like telling them what's up about these like really deep things that are innovative and might actually have merit, and then like making it fun and shit too, and like
Dude, that's a really good idea. Like I promise you, if I go on YouTube right now, you can't find that because not a lot of people are open to speaking on those topics because it's a very like hidden away thing.
yeah, absolutely.
Like that's why I wanted to talk to you so bad. I was like, it's because I am very spiritual, and I've gotten very close with my religion, which I'm Christian.
Mhm.
I'm so proud to say that, and I found so much truth in that. Like more like I've seen other studies. I have friends that are Muslim, Jewish, atheists, and just believe like certain things. Like you were talking about, like the whole psychedelic thing, mushrooms. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's such a funny story because that's what my brother was going through. And then just like I'll get into this in a minute, but it's like just a quick like little like kind of glimpse of what I will bring up in a minute. Is like
Sure.
he had that, like he was on that psychedelic thing and the, like mushrooms and how they like can that's like it was like brings you into a new world, you know.
Absolutely.
But then like he learned how like after doing it for a while, it like messed him up, and he like had an encounter with the like God. So like Christianity, God. You've been studying for a while, you know exactly what I'm talking
yeah.
about. So like, but you're good, you got it.
When you say it messed him up, what do you mean by that?
Like it was fun. He enjoyed it. He thought it was cool, but he had an encounter with God, and it changed his life completely. Like he realized he's like, what am I doing? Like this is not safe. This isn't good for me. And he realized like how it's just messing. It messed him up mentally, and it brought him into this like weird space where he shouldn't be. And it was like he was going through a lot.
Like limbo or depression?
Just he didn't open up to me about all that, so I can't say anything. It'd
Mhm.
be I mean, if we ever became like, if I like talked to him more and he would ever come home because he goes to college, then I would easily be able to be like, hey, I have someone. I want you to explain everything that happened to you and why you're a strong Christian now.
Yeah.
But it just messed him up really mentally. But then he realized when he had an encounter with the Lord, just like, wow, like what was I doing? And the Lord just like, he told me this is what hit me. Like I never thought my brother would ever be able to come back. Like I thought he was gone, like he was a prodigal. Like I was like, okay, I mean, like, and then just like that, he told me one like night, the first time he ever read his Bible, he fell to his knees and he started bawling his eyes out, and he's never encountered the Lord like that. And it's like, it changed me and struck a fire in me that wanted me to go tell everybody that I know that is thinking about that. So like, whenever I was hearing you talk to my friend Drake, I was like, yo, hold on, I I just feel this pull to talk to you. Like,
Mm.
I'm gonna say like, I believe there's a pull from God, you know, because I am very in tone with what he wants for me and where he wants me to go in life. And I just felt that pull. But I also just really wanted to talk to you because your YouTube idea is phenomenal, bro.
Mhm.
And I have a couple things that are super cool that I want to actually say. I'll bring all that what I was just talking about up in a little bit. But
Yeah.
like the gym thing, great. Like as you can see in my profile picture, I heart gym. I go every day. Love it to death, bro.
Hell yeah.
And like
That's what's up.
and like I can
That's
tell
what's
you got a
up, bro.
beater on. I had
Yeah.
that same black beater on literally 15 minutes ago. Just took it off. Big old titty showing now.
That's what's
But
up.
like, bro, that's like I love how you said you want to bring fitness into that too.
Yeah,
'Cause that's like-
yeah, it's about the holistic thing that, you know, like
Yeah.
your physical health is what's gonna control how capable your mind is, how loving you're
There you
able
go.
to be to yourself and therefore other people, your confidence,
Yeah,
and
That's
and
great, bro.
yeah, it's absolutely like I think that's one of the things that mushrooms, like, it is an interesting thing because I could see how if you're abusing mushrooms, whether you're taking too high a dose too regularly or you're doing it in a bad environment, it could
Yeah.
be something that's not adding any value or like any growth to your life. However, something that it does do, which can help people, is like it helps you feel more connected or understand your connectedness with reality a lot more. And it also I was gonna say something else, but it, like, when I was going through like binge eating a few years ago and I took mushrooms and I was like disappointed about it, I was like asking like God, like, or the universe, I just set an intention when I'm on it and I see them as intention amplifiers, and I'm like, how do I fix this? And just do it. Like, you can fix it if you want. And
Yeah, totally.
and it's like there's this other consciousness that's a part of you. Maybe it's like I could perceive it as maybe the collective conscious, or like reconnecting with Earth or something like that, where you
Totally
have
the
this
same,
higher level of bandwidth. But there's clearly another layer of consciousness that you're encountering when you take them. And yeah, and it's a very loving and vibe if you set it up properly. Like, I've done most of my trips in this room alone, and I set an intention, and I have like loving like affirmations around, and I'm very deliberate about my spiritual growth. I ask it, I want to understand the universe, and I want to develop myself as an individual, and it always gives me something worthwhile. Of the times I've done it, I've had a couple bad trips, but those were with bad people. And yeah, like it helped me get to where I am physically as well, and mentally, like understanding that I am the universe, and I'm like even when you were talking, like you felt that brought to me, and of other people that I've talked to who've said similar things or we're having similar conversations, I always get goosebumps. I have that. And I feel like there's some sort of resonance with ourselves that is happening.
So here's how I think of everything you just said, and let me know if I'm ever saying something like that you don't like necessarily want to hear, because I'm just trying to.
No,
You
yeah,
seem
I
like a
wanna hear
really
anything.
give it straightforward person.
Sure.
So what I'm hearing is like, so here's my thought process behind everything you just told me. So whenever you're in that psychedelic form and you don't really know what's going on, like you gotta think, you gotta take it deeper, right? Like what do you think is talking to you? Like what do you think is controlling your mind like that? You know, because it'd be a couple things. What I believe it probably is it's your mind talking to yourself. So if you're in a psychedelic form and you're like man, what should I do? Should I go and ask that girl out or something like that? You're obviously what you're not gonna say is gonna be like, hell yeah, let's do that. Hell yeah, like
Like an
sorry,
echo.
sorry, I gotta stop cussing, but like your mind is gonna draw you to what you want and what you want to hear
Mm.
versus the way I would process it. How do I say this part? Let me think. But I don't know. I just feel like when you're in that form, like you don't really know what's like truly happening. You don't like it's like because that's what it's called, like your trip, or I guess what they call it, like a what's it called? What do they call it when you're in that state?
Tripping.
There you go. Like you're like literally like you're just like everything's crazy and you're literally in this different reality. That's how my brother put it.
Have you taken
Like
them?
I have not, because just how like strong and religious I am,
Mm.
and just how like I found my truth and I don't want to seek it, and that's where I just kind of wanted to I felt that pull to you,
For sure.
because I feel like because you said the only reason I even wanted to add you on Discord is because you said one thing. You said I'm trying to find out the truth.
Yeah.
You weren't set in stone, like
sure.
from at least what I understand. That's why I just want to tell you everything that's happened in my life, and just how much I've like how my learning is. And what I
Yeah.
also know is you have taken full control over your brain, 100% of it. You have 100% done it, which I worked on for a long time. I worked on Drake's texting me. I worked on like controlling my brain for a couple of months. It works. It really does. You can do some weird stuff, especially when you're ADHD, bro. Got hyper focus. You got all these crazy things you can do.
Yeah.
Like I learned the craziest thing I was able to do when controlling my mind. This gets sound dumb, but it's crazy. I got like a ton of soap in my eye, and I found a way for the pain to go away like that. It was crazy. It's the
Fucking
coolest thing I ran. This is how I did it. I like completely focused on the exact point of my eye that was burning. Like I was on
Yeah,
fire.
yeah,
It
you-
felt
Is
like
your
I
attention.
and I like numbed it out. It's crazy. I use that in other things. Like controlling your brain is sick. It's
Yeah.
so cool, and I can tell you have definitely figured it out.
Mm.
And definitely have that. Like you're ahead of most people. How old are you? 20, 21?
Yeah, 20.
19? 20? Okay, that's what I was thinking. Like you have had that full control, and you tell like you quote unquote escape Matrix.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, man, and it's cool. Nobody's ever analyzed me and brought that perspective verbally to how they've noticed I operate, and I agree. I think because like I said, I've literally spent 3 or 4 years. I've had the opportunity to be alone for like over 1,000 days, just studying whatever I wanted to, and I work at a place where I'm alone, and it's actually like a dead mall, and I'm alone.
Where you
there.
work?
I work at
Oh,
a
a mall?
supplement shop in a mall in
Oh, yes,
a
you work
rural
at, like, GNC?
area. So literally all I did for the past 3 years before I started Guys Counter 6 months ago was like read books, watch podcasts, watch like
Reading
series,
very
watch
good.
documentaries, and literally like you said with the ADHD thing, I realized I had an addictive personality, and that that the universe is just whatever I focus on, and my reality will become
Correct.
whatever I focus on, and I can learn and do anything as long as I focus on it and have a positive intention relative to it. And so I just have been soaking up information and attaching myself to fundamentals, and one of the fundamentals was of course controlling your brain and becoming the healthiest
You know?
like person you can be, so that your brain's
There you go.
optimized in that way as well.
Basically.
And then the next stage was like developing my aesthetics and the equipment that I saved up for, so that I could
Did you say aesthetics? Like physique?
physique, general like people aesthetics, and
Okay.
like,
Okay.
yeah,
I wasn't sure if you were talking about something else. Yeah. Yeah. Aesthetics key, bro.
yeah, like it attracts people. Like a year ago I went bald. I shaved my head because I was like
There you go.
I was like,
There you go.
like you said, with the whole, like, detaching and figuring out who you are, and like,
Right.
and saying like you took control of your brain. Like, I realized that I can't be bound to anything, and if I was like
Amazing.
attracted to my, like, if I needed my aesthetics as a, like, you know, like a fallback, then I had a weakness. I kind of see that like XXX Tentacion, you know him?
course.
Like he shaved his head and his eyebrows at a point for the same reason.
I actually did not know that.
Yeah, you can find pictures of him without eyebrows, and he did it for that reason because he knew that if he could find like bliss consciousness without aesthetic anything, then it's like you can be happy in any state. And then when you have
You're saying,
aesthetics,
who are you?
you're
You're
also
saying
not bound to the condition of looking good. You know.
good, man.